Hello and welcome back to my channel. This month is a special occasion because it's my favorite month, Halloween. So this entire month is going to be dedicated to Inktober. Enjoy the first week. So I decided that the entire month be dedicated to Ganondorf and Dracula, but that's because I like these two rotate in my brain constantly every single day. And the first prompt was gender bent, which I'm sure a lot of you are going to love a lot. I don't really have very many words, honestly. Aside from the fact that the idea of a feminine Ganondorf and how that would play out does sometimes enter my brain on occasion. I thought I'd have more to say. What do I even say right now? That doesn't say it itself. Oh yeah, note that not every image will have a hand-drawn pose. That's half skill issue and half me practicing posing and shit, because it's one of my weaknesses. So I see Inktober more as practice than an act and anything else. Like different scenarios and ideas and shit. I don't know. Very proud of both of them, honestly. Though I'm certain that anyone can probably do this a lot better than I can. What matters is that I tried. So my challenge was that, for me, is using different like ink style brushes, and then different more painty brushes. So every piece has a distinct look to it. This one used watercolor. This is the point where I decided to have a non-eye bleeding color, so I can better see the colors. Excuse me. Really proud of the ombre on the dress, by the way. Anyway, moving on to day 2, ballroom dancing. This is what I mean by not every pose is going to be like hand drawn, because I can't for the life of me draw dancing. I don't know what it is, but I am actually kind of proud of this, especially the background, which I did. Obviously, you see, I drew myself. What's funny is that my little brother thought Dracula was a woman at first because of the hair and the feminine jawline. There's a take on like those sorts of paintings. Doesn't have to be pretty. Everything aside, I very much like how this turned out. I've said that way too many times and I need to stop. It's just cute. And it also plays with the vampires like to dance trope that everyone has covered. Figured I'd cover it too. I like how dynamic I made the cape too. Also, the ghosts are from the Haunted Mansion. Don't at me. Here's another simple one that I tried to do myself at first, but I just couldn't. The reason I had Ganondorf be the one to brush the hair is, well, obviously the fact that well, Gerudo tribe. He's probably done hair before. Yeah, the theme of this one is just EP vampire. Oh yeah, the reason I give Ganondorf pointy ears, I just think it looks neat. I know it's inaccurate. I just like it. Yeah, I just think it's neat, honestly. Besides, it kind of aligns more with his hair shape. Whenever possible, I will put the Crimson Stone somewhere on Dracula's body because he needs that for his powers and shit. Speaking of which, one of the biggest pains in the ass, clothes swap. Because I had to figure out how to make both designs work on both clothing work on each other. But also the posing in general and the anatomy was a pain in the ass. But that's the point, I'm still learning how it works. So I don't know what my point is. Oh yeah, I went with Tears of the Kingdom because honestly the Ocarina of Time design that's used in Smash Ultimate is a pain in the ass to draw. It's a pain in the ass. I tried it at some point, I tried it lately and it's a pain. It's not fun. So to be real for a second, Dracula looks adorable with a bun in his hair. I don't know what it is. It's just kind of cute on him. That's even my point. Oh yeah, there is still a Halloween special coming up. It's just, this is also important, you know? If you'll notice the coloration, Ganondorf's Crimson Stone, quote unquote, isn't even the real thing. It's a replica. But that's because, as the text states, Dracula is not leaving the real one out of his sight. Yeah, that thing pretty much seems to always need to be on his person. It's like his link to the chaotic realm or something. There's not much else to discuss aside from I notice that his hand is too big. Damn it. Now for a cute one. See, eventually in the comic, Dracula and Ganondorf do find 4 kittens somewhere. And what they do is that they just take them in and keep them as pets. I even have names ready for them, even though they don't appear. They haven't appeared at all yet. And they're named after the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. There's 2 here, but there's actually 4. Oh yeah, I should also mention that the cats themselves were inspired by Mofo-san on Twitter. I'll link them in the description below at some point. There's war, famine, pestilence, and death. Or in this case, death the second. Because, obviously, Dracula already has, like, the Grim Reaper himself. So, the kitten is... I think it's the white kitten, actually, named Death the Second. I also added the cute detail where the bell on Death the Second's collar is red to represent the Crimson Stone. And not every piece has to be super complex and amazing or some shit. In this case, I just wanted to make something cute and simple. And there's nothing wrong with that. The challenge is to draw something for a month. This is the last one of the video, and this is another one that uses a pre-existing pose, though this time based on actual human beings. Though it did take a while to find a pose I really liked. Also, the room is modeled after Alucard's room in the Castlevania anime. But that's because I'm pretty sure it used to be Dracula's room before Alucard decided to murder his dad. Yeah. You'll see it again at some point. But what I love most about this piece is the night sky you'll see in a moment when the lining is done. There it goes. I have all of these brushes. And this time I even bothered to map out the shading. But yeah, out of all of the ones here today, the coloring here is practically my pride and joy. Sorry, excuse me. Though it did take a while at first to get the shading right, if that makes sense. Yeah, as you see here, it took a fair amount of effort to make sure that everything looked like how it was supposed to. I even had to redo all of the coloring to make sure it was right. It was exactly as I wanted, or at least the coloring of the night sky. Oh yeah, my shading. What I usually do is choose a color and go into the harmony color setting in Procreate and pick the opposite color, and that becomes my shading and highlight. And I think it looks pretty good. Obviously not for all colors of light, but in neutral light, I think it looks pretty good. Also, the book that they're reading is in fact a real book. Every book that is read, every book I show either is a real book or is something that could be seen as a believable book. Because I'm a nerd. We're getting to the fun part. Well, the best part, where everything is darkened and shit. There we go. And that does it for the video. If you liked it, let me know in the comments, or like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. Expect me to see more of this at some point this month. And, well, see ya!